A Portland anesthesiologist was banned from this cabinet department's headquarters over sexual assault allegations. An ally of Sean O'Brien who once led this department was replaced on an acting basis by Keith Sonderling. A former representative from Oregon resigned as secretary of this department after allegedly misusing public funds. Lori Chavez DeReamer led for 10 points what department that regulates workplaces?
Labor.
Yeah. A particle is sometimes called...
Good speed.
This particle is sometimes called the sideways quark. 10 points each. What quark joins the charm quark to form the second generation of quarks?
Strange.
I got it.
These mesons contain a strange quark or an anti-strange quark. CP violation was first seen in the decay of neutral examples of these particles.
So this is kaons, right?
I think so.
Get kaons.
Strangeness is not always conserved in processes governed by this fundamental force, which is mediated by the W and Z bosons.
Weak force.
Weak force.
That's all 30.
Nice.
Toss up 2. Linear equations in text from this modern-day country are called aha problems. A text now named for Alexander Rhind from this country demonstrates a technique in which fractions are written as sums.
India.
-5. Sums of unit fractions. The head of a now destroyed institution in this country names a sieve used to find prime numbers. For 10 points, in what modern day country did Hypatia and Eratosthenes work in Alexandria?
Egypt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A worker at Alfred Wunseidel's factory is continually busy, despite having no idea for what purpose in this author's story action will be taken. 10 points each. What member of Group 47 wrote a 1959 novel chronicling architect Robert Fehmel's daily Q Sport games at the Prince Heinrich Hotel?
Bull.
Many of Bull's novels deal with the effects of this German political party deposed in 1945.
Nazi party.
Bull's article 60 million against 6 argued for clemency for this woman, a left-wing militant leader in West Germany. Along with Andreas Bader, she often names the terrorist Red Army faction.
She. I'm lost. Luxembourg.
It's Ulrike Meinhof.
Let's go.
20. Toss up 3. In 1965, FDR's son James Roosevelt lost a primary for this office to incumbent Sam Yorty. The longest-serving holder of this office names an effect in which white voters lie about their willingness to back a non-white.
Governor of California.
-5. Back a non-white candidate. The first black holder of this office, Tom Bradley, helped develop Century City and oversaw the 1984 Summer Olympics. For 10 points, what office leads California's most populous city?
Like mayor of Los Angeles.
Yes.
Good. I don't know where
Vocal
about it
music
from.
this simple can replace a traditional oval notepad to indicate lyrics should be spoken, not sung. 10 points each. Sheet music for drum set often uses what glyph for notes played on cymbal or hi-hat?
Like it's like an X. How do I describe that? Like an X?
Yeah. An X can also indicate ghost notes for guitar in the sheet music format, which displays
Tabs.
fingerings on 6 tabs. As an accidental, an X represents the double form of this indication, whose single type raises the note's pitch by a half step.
Like okay, so like a double up has a double sharp.
Accent.
Double sharp.
Yes.
Okay.
Toss up 4. Over 700 workers died of silica dust exposure building this state's Hawks Nest Tunnel. Legendarily, this state's Big Bend Tunnel was where folk hero John Henry raced a drilling machine. The B&O Railroad brought early business to Wheeling, a former
West Virginia.
10. Bernard Cord was among 17 people tried and convicted for their roles in this man's death. 10 points each. What Caribbean leader of the New Jewel movement was executed during a 1983 coup?
1983. New Jewel.
Bishop.
Bishop's overthrow and death in 1983 led the U.S. to invade this Caribbean island country in Operation Urgent Fury.
Grenada.
Bishop himself took power in a coup that ousted Eric Gary when Gary was at the UN attempting to persuade them to investigate these things. The U.S. Air Force studied them in Project Blue Book.
Project Blue Book. These things. What if like nuclear bomb tests?
AP exams.
Bro.
Answer, please.
Balloons.
2005. A lattice named for these shapes characterizes the Lonsdaleite allotrope of diamond. These shapes name a crystal lattice that, like the face-centered cubic lattice, has a
Cubic.
-5. Coordination number of 12 and minimizes the atomic packing factor. Graphene is a one-atom thick sheet of these shapes. A circle drawn inside of one of these regular polygons depicts benzene. 10 points. Name these 6-sided shapes.
Hexagon.
In fact, about this commodity, the author maintains he has no other motive than the public good of my country and stands to make no personal profit. 10 points
Yes.
each. Name this
Irish
commodity that may yield admirable gloves for ladies and summer boots for
Irish-
fine
I-
gentlemen.
I-
As
Irish
explained in a
children.
1729 essay.
Irish children.
Harvesting of Irish children is the central conceit of this satirical essay by Jonathan Swift.
A modest
A modest
proposal.
proposal.
A modest proposal is a satire in the namesake caustic tradition of this Roman poet whose work spawned the idiom "Who watches the watchman?"
Juvenile.
Yeah, I think so.
Juvenile.
All 30.
Nice.
Toss up 6. This character is the person most commonly described as Ptolemy Porthos or city sacker. This character's epithet Polymatus, literally meaning many counseled.
Just like Odysseus.
15.
Oh.
10 points each. Answer the following about soccer clubs displaced by war.
Okay.
Shakhtar Donetsk, a club from this country, moved to
Ukraine.
Lviv and Kharkiv after
Ukraine.
Russian incursions to his Donbass region in 2014.
Ukraine.
A club named after this region is Azerbaijan's most successful in UEFA tournaments and moved from Agdam after its capture by Armenia. Control of its northern or Nagorno portion is
Koba.
disputed since
Koba.
1988.
Karabakh.
After moving to Mauritania due to the Sudanese civil war, a club with this name won Mauritania's domestic league. A Saudi club with this name signed Neymar in 2023.
Al Hilal.
The nepotism of this politician's appointment as Chief Secretary for Ireland may have spawned the British idiom, Bob's your uncle. While serving as Foreign Secretary under David Lloyd George, this man wrote a letter.
Just Balfour.
15.
Okay.
Yuga Purana describes the Greek conquest of this city. 10 points each. What city in modern-day Bihar, India, may have had a population of over 300,000 during its time as capital of the Mauryan Empire?
Panapat. Panapat.
It's Pataliputra. The Greek conquest of Pataliputra began under this Macedonian king, the son of Philip II.
Alexander.
Need more? The Yuga Purana describes an attack by the Sakas, often equated with these Iranic nomads who ruled the Pontic steppe. Ovid spent the last years of his life exiled in these people's namesake region.
Scythians.
Yeah, Scythians.
Yes. This composer mocked critic Francois-Joseph Fétis in one of 6 dramatic monologues in a work that ends with a fantasy on Shakespeare's The Tempest. This composer wrote Lelio as a sequel to a symphony that reused
It's like, Berlioz.
15. During his teenage years, this composer was inspired by Oliver Messiaen's Turangalila Symphony to become a virtuosic and Martineau player. 10 points each. Name this composer who scored Paul Thomas Anderson's films There Will Be Blood and Phantom Thread, as well as Jane Campion's The Power of the Dog.
What?
Film score writer.
Korngold is probably better for that time period. Korngold.
Yeah, it's Johnny Greenwood. Greenwood is the lead guitarist of this British rock band fronted by Tom York.
Very,
Rolling Stones.
Do it.
Stones.
Yeah, it's Radiohead. Received an Oscar nomination for scoring this other Anderson film, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 2026.
One battle
after another. It should be
Yeah.
one battle after another.
Yeah.
Good job.
Time out.
Time out. A proposed Vatican-style micronation in this country's capital is named for the Bataksha.
Albania.
15. This type of heat is contrasted with sensible heat. 10 points each.
Wait,
Phase transitions have a characteristic value for what type of heat which does not result in a temperature change.
Yeah, latent.
The latent heat of fusion is the heat needed for this transition from a solid to a liquid.
Melting.
So melting.
Latent heats can be measured with this analytical technique in which the amount of heat required to raise a sample's temperature is compared between a sample cell and a reference cell.
What cells? Like
Answer, please.
bomb calorimetry.
It's differential
Oh,
scanning
yes.
calorimetry. In one text, this mortal's story is told by an unnamed old hag to console a kidnapped rich woman, Karate. The longest story within a story in The Golden Ass is a narrative in which this woman spills a drop of hot oil on a god's shoulder. 15. After helping to carry out this event, Talmadge Hire was beaten by a crowd. 10 points each. Name this 1965 event that took place as its target was about to address the Organization of Afro-American Unity.
Wait, it's the killing of Malcolm X, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Killing of Malcolm X.
Yes, I can take that. The assassination was allegedly ordered by this leader of the Nation of Islam, who Malcolm X had denounced and cut ties with. Malcolm was assassinated in this New York City venue, the Shabazz Center. Now, this Latin's letter functional equivalent in Arabic is used to prefix to create nouns indicating place. Nearly all Latin singular nouns have accusative forms ending in this letter. In English, a colon can be effectively substituted for a specific type of dash named for this.
M.
10. This poem's title character is bowed with her 40 years in 10. 10 points each. Name this poem in which an elderly Unionist woman in Frederick, Maryland waves the flag in defiance of Confederate troops.
Barbara Frecci, right? Yeah, Barbara Frecci.
Barbara Frecci is by this poet an abolitionist. He described New England
Whittier.
winter life in his swan poem, Snowbound.
Whittier.
Whittier's sentimental ballad Maud Muller describes these 4 words as the saddest of all sad words of tongue
It
or
might
pen.
have been.
I think you're right.
It might have been.
These structures are broken down by streptokinase and TPA. Plasmin's action on these structures produces split products such as D-dimers. DVTs are examples of these structures which may release deadly emboli into the lungs. These structures form after thrombin cleaves and crosslinks.
Plots.
10.
Embolism.
10 points each. Answer the following about Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava. Calatrava designed the main airport terminal in this Spanish city, where Frank Gehry designed a branch of the Guggenheim.
Yeah, right.
Calatrava's skyscrapers include the turning torso, the tallest building in this city across the Øresund Strait from Copenhagen. For this most populous city in Wisconsin, Calatrava designed an art museum whose roof contains a pair of wings that can open and close.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Joseph Zito sustained multiple stab wounds while saving over 100 lives during this event, which caused the founding of the ASSP. Survivors of this event were accused of memorizing statements at the manslaughter trial of Max Planck and Isaac.
The Triangle Shirtwaist File.
It's 10. The singer Victor Hara was murdered 5 days after this man was overthrown. 10 points each. Name this president who used a rifle given to him by Fidel Castro to kill himself during a coup.
Allende.
Allende was overthrown by Augusto Pinochet as president of this South American country.
Chile.
In one of the first implementations of universal jurisdiction, Pinochet was arrested on the orders of a Spanish judge while visiting this city in 1998.
This city.
Madrid.
London.
Okay, I have a score of Hoover with 180 and Tudor with 280.
Here's 2014. In this country, the bookseller General Nilo was shot during July 2025 protests against cuts to fuel subsidies. Africa's largest Chinese-built airport opened in this country in 2026 and was named for Agostinho Neto. The U.S.-backed Lobito corridor will
Angola.
15. This process occurs at a rate of up to 20 solar masses per year in the antenna galaxies. 10 points each. Name this process whose products move along Hayashi tracks.
So star formation, yeah.
Star formation. Star formation.
The most active star formation region in the Milky Way is Sagittarius B2, one of these large clouds of dust and gas that mostly consist of H2.
nebula?
Stars formed by the collapse of dense
Wait.
clumps in these clouds.
So like
Stellar nebula. Wait, oh, stellar like cradles or
Answer,
nebula?
please.
nebula,
Nebula.
Need more?
stellar nebula.
These are giant molecular clouds.
What?
Massive stars are forming the nebula named for this constellation depicting a hunter from Greek mythology.
All right.
Ryan.
This task can sometimes be done by substituting a plus b minus x for x and looking for symmetry, which is sometimes called the king property.
Integration.
15. This character receives sympathy from the butler Gerasim, 10 points each. What judge discovers a fatal, painful medical condition after falling while hanging curtains in an
Ivan
1886 novella?
Just say Ivan, right? Ivan.
does.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can take that. This author of War and Peace wrote The Death of Ivan Ilyich.
Tolstoy.
Yeah.
In the same year, he published The Death of Ivan Ilyich. Tolstoy also addressed death in his short story, which Pacom's attempts to make a deal with the devil result in the title question being answered with 6 feet from his head to his heels.
How much
How much land does a man?
Go for it.
How much land does a man need?
In 2001, a member of this family was caught using a fake Dominican passport to visit Tokyo Disney.
Kim.
15. This province, the city of Summerside, is the center of Acadian culture. 10 points each. What smallest Canadian province has its capital? It's Charlottetown.
Smallest Canadian province.
Oh, just
PEI.
yeah. PEI.
Yes. Prince Edward Island is in this gulf formed where a river of the same name meets the Atlantic Ocean. This large estuary also contains the Magdalen Islands.
Really? Isn't it Bay of Fundy or am I wrong?
No, it's not that. It's
Okay, fine. Go for it.
Labrador.
It's the Gulf of St. Lawrence.
Oh, it's fine.
This bridge, the longest in the world over ice-covered waters, connects Prince Edward Island to New Brunswick, passing over the Northumberland Strait.
It's a stock, unironically, but
Any bridge Canadian.
the 6-7 bridge.
It's the Confederation Bridge. Narrator of a book by this author comforts the mortally wounded Virginia blacksmith John Sir. The nurse Tribulation Periwinkle is the autobiographical protagonist of this author's hospital sketches. Good Wives is the second volume of a novel by this author in which a visit to the Hummels results in a...
Alcott.
That's 10. The first of the antimicrobial Mason proteins to be discovered was found in this genus in 2008. 10 points each. Name this genus of freshwater organisms that do not die of old age. They have a head and a foot that each regenerates into different organisms if cut in half.
Idea because like they have like
It's a genus. It's a genus.
genus like
Answer?
immortal jellyfish.
Hydra. Hydra is a genus within this phylum, which includes corals and jellyfish.
That area.
Unlike most other cnidarians, Hydra can only be in this life stage in which organisms are generally cylindrically shaped and sedentary.
Polyp.
Medusa.
Oh, it's sedentary, so polyp.
Answer?
Polyp.
Yes.
Good.
Which one? Toss of 18.
Eat all those.
In an opera from this country, Thyrza is chained up to drown after helping to light warning beacons. The Wreckers is by a composer from this country, as is an opera whose entr'acte music was extracted as 4C interludes.
The UK.
15. After poor performances
that's
begin the
fine. Hey,
2025
you show.
season, this team dropped rookie Liam Lawson in place of Yuki Tsunoda. 10 points each. Christian Horner manages what Formula One team which won 4 consecutive championships starting in 2010 with Sebastian Vettel?
Alpine?
It's Red Bull. Tsunoda was promoted ahead of his home Grand Prix at this country's Suzuka circuit. Tsunoda's main sponsor Honda is also based in this country. Tsunoda's teammate at Red Bull was this Dutch racer, won 4 consecutive drivers' championships from 2021 to 2024. Toss of 19. One form of this quantity equals the gyromagnetic ratio times the magnetic field over 2 pi and is named for Joseph Larmor. In signal processing bandwidth,
Frequency.
it's 15.
Oh yeah.
One was born from a fire sacrifice organized by her father. 10 points each. Name this wife of 5 brothers who is described as the most beautiful woman of her time in the Mahabharata.
Sita.
It's Draupadi. Draupadi is the wife of these 5 brothers, the oldest of whom, Yudhishthir, loses their land to their cousin Duryodhana in a dice game.
So just oh no, Pandavas.
Draupadi was originally meant to marry only this Pandava brother. His conversation with Krishna comprises the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. Arjuna.
That's right. This song's original cast recording amidst a search party is called To Fetch the Battering Ramekin and held out on the phrase, "It's me." The main singer of this...
Defying gravity.
15. They were ready. 10 points each. Answer these questions about a regular tetrahedron. How many edges does a regular tetrahedron have?
6.
Yes. What is the area of a single face if each edge has a length of 2? You have 10 seconds.
Root 3.
What is the Euler characteristic of a regular tetrahedron given a sphere has the same number?
2.
It's all 30. This artist showed an aristocratic girl in yellow reclining on a pillow and looking at a small book in his The Reader.
Cassat.
-5. The Pursuit and the Meeting were 2 of the 4 works Madame du Barry commissioned and rejected from this man. This artist of the series The Progress of Love created a work in which a man hidden in bushes gazes up at a pink-clad woman kicking off her shoe. For 10 points, name this painter of The Swing.
Fragonard.
Yes. In this city is the resting place of Simon Bolivar. 10 points each. The Avila mountain range surrounds what South American capital city, which is just inland from the Caribbean Sea?
Yeah, Caracas,
Caracas is the capital of this oil-rich country, which Hugo
Venezuela.
Chavez led from 1999 to 2013.
Venezuela.
This palace in Caracas, the official workplace of the Venezuelan president, shares its name with an upscale coastal district of Lima, Peru.
Try Malacon.
Malacon.
It's Miraflores. This poet described a group drunk on the wine of desolation led by a figure pale even to the lips whose forehead reads, I am God and King and... 15. The GAIN Act, introduced in the Senate in 2025, is intended to regulate this technology. 10 points each.
AI?
What tech sector includes products like Claude and Gemini? The GAIN Act is sponsored by Jim Banks, who represents this state alongside fellow Republican Todd Young.
Todd Young.
No.
Kansas, please.
Kansas.
Indiana.
Oh.
The Trump administration previously revoked an AI rule name for this chemical process, which, like the GAIN Act, is intended to privilege U.S. chip buyers.
This chemical process of like, well, how do you make chips?
Okay, so this one. This cool. We got this.
Answer, please.
Etching.
Diffusion. Toss of 23. Revolving this figure on an axis can create a doubly ruled surface with one sheet. The parametric equations x equals a secant of t and y equals b tangent of t describe one of these figures. This shape names a negative curvature form of not
Hyperbola.
10. This battle is named for a river that flows out of Lake
my goodness, you
Ladoga.
actually
10 points
great
each. Named this
science player of all
1240
time.
defeat
I
of
went to
Sweden
an
that
math.
provided the heroic epithet for its victor, a 20-year-old prince of Novgorod.
So
It's like just a battle on the ice. Is that not what? Battle on the ice?
Battle of the Neva. The battle resulted in the epithet Nevsky being given to a prince with this first name, won the battle on the ice
Alexander.
2 years later.
Yes, Alexander.
Alexander Nevsky won the battle on the ice over this Germanic Catholic order, forcing it to obtain
Teutonic.
abandon claims on
Yes.
Russian territory.
Yeah, I think so.
Teutonic Knights.
Right. This author completed his book about racism in different parts of the U.S. 1964 is the Southern Mystique after he was fired from Spelman College. A chapter called The Other Civil War appears in the 1980 book by this man that opens with an overview of indigenous massacres by Christopher Columbus. For 10 points, what?
Zim.
Say again, please.
Zim. S-Z-I-M-M.
-5. What historian sought to counter nationalist glorification by writing a people's history of the United States?
Johnson.
It's Howard Zinn with 2 N's.
Hoover with 275, Tudor with 510.